You feeling fucking vibes?
Vibes? What vibes, nigga?
Fucking vibes, man. Motherfucking roaches.
Hey, Scully, what the fuck is you doing,
Show
homie?
me some more motherfucking roaches.
Too far away.
Let me see some more roaches, motherfucker.
We good?
Show me some more roaches.
Don't get tucked in, pussy.
Bitch, I got money now.
And click the links below in the description box to cop any DMTV merch. I made all these designs myself. And if you are a designer out there, you want to send me some designs, hit my email at patrock1982@gmail.com and we can see if we can get them on a shirt. And also, subscribe to my Patreon. A lot of exclusive videos live there, for the Selena breakdown to the Chris Brown breakdown, and also many, many more videos will be dropping exclusively on Patreon. Again, links are in the description box.
Pardon me if I fill your head up with all these questions. Pardon me, I left you out and you ain't feel selected. Don't show you off like how I used to do it back then. You stupid hoe, I should've been fucked with your best friend. It's clinical, keep all my options open, keep selecting. Spent hours on the phone with you or laid up with your best friend. Steady texting, she want me back in. Reenact.
Because there's a bunch of devil workers in Hollywood. And there's a lot of black folks too. And they be throwing up them signs, you see them, this, that, all of them. Watch the rappers, watch them folks. It's scary. It's very scary. That devil is real.
Well, what is this?
Oh, the devil in this mess, yeah.
Because I closed this up. I thought this was rock on.
Be careful. No, the goat, be careful. They'll get you. Be careful.
Let me keep my hands down. And I was doing like this, like rock on. It's like, no.
No, watch them.
They're all covered with filthy germs, aren't they, Smithers?
Why, what do you mean, sir?
Freemasons run the country!
Yeah.
What's the deal? It's the boy Duane McClain at duanemcleantv. And first thing first, shouts out to the DMTV fam. I really appreciate everybody supporting the channel. I still haven't made the poll up if we want to go transition to being DMTV Nation or DMTV Family. Either one. I'm going to put the poll up sometime next week, in the coming week. You know what I'm saying? But first thing first, please hit the like button. It's mandatory to hit the like button when you watch one of my videos. Or please comment or share, okay? Or share the video. Comment anything. It doesn't have to be, it can just be the letter A, B, 1, 2, 3, just be a random comment. Please comment. We got to get my videos in the algorithm because I am heavily shadow banned. They do not want me to make no content. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know, Duane McClain always going to keep pushing as long as God is allowing me to breathe. I'm going to keep on fighting. And we're going to keep on making these videos, keep exposing them boys. I'm going to keep on pushing, you know what I'm saying? So before we get into today's content, let me hit y'all some bonus content, just some images that I found randomly. This is Pink throwing up the devil horns, you know what I'm saying? And I also found this image while making this video and making the days. Whoopi Goldberg doing the one-eye symbolism. Let me know if y'all want to break down either one of them. Now, for today's content is going to be about these two. This is a random odd pair that I wouldn't think nobody would ever thought or seen coming, but Queen Latifah and Jay-Z. Now, I was working on this video about, you know, Illuminati Sacrifices the Brother edition, where a lot of celebrities sacrifice their brothers, you know what I'm saying? Numerous of them. Like, they all passed within the same closest year. And I came across these stories where it seemed like Jay-Z and Queen Latifah both lost people, but it was, you know, the way that the person was lost was what I thought was the most, you know, significant to my argument about them being in some type of secret satanic cult. Now, Queen Latifah supposedly bought her brother a motorcycle and he died, and Jay-Z supposedly bought his nephew a car and he died in that car, okay? So that's where when I seen that story, I'm like, okay, this is some similarities. So Queen Latifah buys her brother a motorcycle, he dies on that motorcycle that she bought him, and Jay-Z's nephew dies in the car that Jay-Z bought him, okay? Now, before I get to either one of those stories and do my connection, first thing first, let me expose the fact that Queen Latifah and Jay-Z are both tied to the secret society. A Queen Latifah breakdown has never ever been requested, I don't think, but she's down with them boys and she sipped juice. And before I even get to her sipping juice, I do think Queen Latifah might be a they, or she's just very, very masculine women. Now, don't get it twisted, y'all. There's some women out there who got kids. I was raised up and seen them. They look very, very masculine and strong, but it's a difference about Queen. She looked just like E.J. Johnson. She looked just like E.J. Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Look at this. This right here look like Marquel and Andre with, you know, just some lipstick in the hair. That look just like Quavon on the road. Y'all know we all seen that boy in the hood look just like this right here. That big boy who always eating. She look just like him. You know what I'm saying? And Queen Latifah never ever came up in the barbershop. Unless she got some work done, like they did some work to her face. But Queen Latifah has never ever came up in the barbershops. Never. When I was growing up, I never heard one man say, "Oh man, that Queen Latifah, boy, I gotta get that." You know what I'm saying? And Queen Latifah got a big dome piece. Boy, that's a big head, boy. Hey, I want everybody in the comments to answer this question here. How many punches do you think that it would take for me to knock Queen Latifah out? I think it'd take me about a good, strong 7 punches. I know I'm not no fighter or anything like that. So I want y'all, all the guests in the comment section saying, "Hey, Dwayne, we think it'd be this amount of punches for you to knock Queen Latifah out." Because she has these size or a head that looks like if you try to punch her, you will break your hand. It looks like her face can bench press, 200 pounds on its own. Like, she has a very strong face, so it's going to take a lot of force to uppercut. I think Mike Tyson might take 2 punches to knock Queen Latifah out, like a prime Mike Tyson. And I do think that Queen Latifah could be possibly playing the role of Meg Thee Stallion's mother. You know what I'm saying? Meg Thee Stallion's mother has some masculine traits, but all the women over there do. Like I said, y'all, in where I'm from, I see women built straight like linebackers with 4 or 5 kids and pregnant. So that is facts that they have children. These women are poor, so they do not have these capabilities to pay for a fake pregnancy like they do in the other big cities. You know what I'm saying? I know people want to say you can put a fake pregnancy on these women, but where I'm from, where I'm at, it's too poor down here. We don't even have these type of surgeons down here. So there's no way that these are some big, strong, husky women. And like I said, these husky women do exist, but I'll be thinking there's a certain, you can look at them and see, but Queen Latifah and Meg Thee Stallion's mom has a lot of, red flags. And Queen Latifah does a lot of symbolism, I think this is her when she played Ursula on there. It's just an ugly picture I found her. I just wanted to put in here. But here she is doing the double devil horns, just like Pink at the beginning of the video. You know what I'm saying? So she's another Illuminati sellout puppet like the rest of them. Here she is doing the devil horns again. I still to this day don't know why Queen Latifah gets picked to play so many roles in Hollywood as somebody's wife. I don't, like I said, I've never seen a man say they, well, Queen Latifah, you know what I mean? And here she is doing the sun goddess worship. I know the people, this your African roots, man. We ain't even from Africa. We do all the African root stuff. We ain't got no connection to Africa. And most times we go to Africa, they look at us like we're retarded. I'm telling you, there is a racist towards black people and Africans. That people act like there's not a racism there between the two. It's there. They talk junk about it just like everybody else do. But anyways, you see right there, she rocking the Jewish star there. But she came from that era in the 90s where everybody was on that little African Barbada situation. You know what I'm saying? But there she goes dressed as Maleficent, a.k.a. Baphomet. Disney's Maleficent is nothing but another Baphomet. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But yeah, Queen Latifah is another sellout, another puppet. I got more images on Queen Latifah that we can save for a breakdown. And the only reason I posted a picture with her and Tupac because just showing y'all the tie she has with the industry. You know what I'm saying? She's tied in heavily. Queen Latifah ain't no slouch out there. And why y'all get her to play Equalizer 2? Y'all just ruined that whole entire series. But anyways, back to Jay-Z and Queen Latifah, man. Funny thing about these two, Jay-Z is actually a female and Queen Latifah is actually a dude. That's a conspiracy. It's not, I'm not saying that's what's set in stone, but that's one of the conspiracies. But do we really have to go on Jay-Z being in the Illuminati? You know what I'm saying? Him looking like a green, he look like Hobgoblin right here, bro. He look just like the Green Goblin right here in this picture with that bald face. Jay-Z always rock a bald face, man. That's why I be like, boy, where your mustache at? You can't trust him, man. Yeah, but do we even need to go in on Jay-Z with his symbolism? We see Jay-Z always throwing the devil horns up. He made this sign right here so popular. Everybody doing this now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, every celebrity, they're not signing Rockefeller. They're just throwing his hand sign up, I will do a Jay-Z breakdown, like a full authentic one. We're going to also do a Beyonce. I'm going to start taking the big fishes down. I kind of be holding off. I like to get through the ones people will not think about. I like to shoot them down. But yeah, Jay-Z does heavy symbolism. When you type in Illuminati, Jay-Z comes up. Okay, so now that we have that Jay-Z and Queen Latifah are both in the Illuminati, or they both in some type of secret society, allegedly, let's get into the story that I was telling y'all about, to where they both bought a family member a vehicle, and then that family member dies in that vehicle that they bought them. This is Queen Latifah and her brother right here. And, this was when they were younger. Like I said, hey, man, she probably was one of the little boys, who they had transitioned in their whole life. And this is Jay-Z's nephew. I don't know if I got the most accurate one, but I do think this is Jay-Z's nephew. Now, let's start with Queen Latifah's brother, all right? Hey, look, if you look at her brother's head, look at her head, they both look just alike. You can tell they come from a big, heavy-set family. So Queen Latifah could just be one of them husky women. just husky. They just big bodied. You know what I'm saying? They just look like guys. And I guarantee you, fellas, when you see these women, you want to call them a man. I called one woman, Charles Barkley, one time. She almost beat me up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you almost get beat up, but I called that big girl Charles Barkley. She got mad. I ran. I ain't never seen a woman that strong. Now, we see here that her brother's name was Lancelot Owens Jr. Latifah's older brother, Lancelot Jr., was killed in 1992 in an accident involving a motorcycle that Latifah had purchased for him. A 2006 interview revealed that Latifah still wears the key to the motorcycle around her neck, visible throughout her performance in her sitcom Living Single. I never noticed that Living Single, that she wore the keys to the motorcycle around her neck like that. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's how she got her role for Living Single. She had to give her brother up. You know, you got to give something up to get into the league. But and then plus her brother was a cop. You know them cops are getting down in those secret societies, that Freemason stuff. Now, that's not her brother's motorcycle exactly, but that's just Queen Latifah on a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? Paying homage to her brother. But it's just strange that he passes on the motorcycle that you buy for him. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, okay, that might have been her sacrifice. I didn't see that coming. And then you also see that he died on April 26th. You got your 6, 2 6s at age 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. You got your 666 right there, and you didn't even notice it. Now, here's another piece of the article that I found. It says, more from People magazine. Lance Owens, a policeman in East Orange, New Jersey, was killed in an off-duty accident when his motorcycle collided with a car while he was making a turn. That took away my confidence, says Latifah, who wears Lance's motorcycle key on her chain around her neck. The Kawasaki had been a birthday gift to him when he was 23. 2 times 3 is 6. Latifah, who has 2 Honda cycles, says they took their last spin together 3 days before his accident. 3 days before the accident. We had a good day, she says. It ended with usual hugs and kisses. I love you, bye. Okay, so 3 days before the accident, she was out with him. Then he passes, okay, at 23 years old. Y'all don't see how they be doing these rituals, this magic and stuff, how these numbers be lining up. It's weird. We're going to see the same 3s and 6s with Jay-Z's nephew, okay? So peep game on how these articles and stuff line up, and peep game on how they be doing this stuff. These people that be doing high ritualistic magic, that's why they are all into these spots they're in. You got to give up something, okay? So now back to Mr. Baldface, Jay-Z, the Green Goblin, you know what I'm saying? Let's read about how his nephew passed when he bought him a car for his 18th birthday, okay? All right, here it says in 2000, this is in 2005, nephew of Jay-Z dies in a car crash. They said he treated him as if he was a son. And it says here, the nephew of hip-hop superstar Jay-Z has died from injuries sustained in a car crash in Pennsylvania. A spokesman from Def Jam Records has confirmed. Now it says Khalik D. Lucky died after the crash was occurred last Tuesday, June 28th, while a friend, Roscoe G. Neely, escaped with minor injuries. It's usually always a driver. The other person who wants to get sacrificed usually always passes, but the person who's not supposed to sacrifice, they usually end up living. Don't get it twisted. People get caught in the crosshairs as well. Okay, and so according to the sources, the car the pair were traveling in drifted across the road into oncoming traffic, crashing head into a tractor. After the collision, the vehicle struck a telephone pole and carried 300 feet through a field. 303, okay? Guess what type of car they was driving? A Chrysler 333. So it got sent 300 feet across, and it was in a Chrysler 300, okay? Apparently, the vehicle they were driving was bought by Jay-Z for his nephew, who has made numerous references to in his songs, including Heart of the City, and I don't even know what all that stuff say, right? They'll say something about the blueprint. But so basically right there, they're confirming that they died in a car that Jay-Z got for them, all right? And they went 300 feet, all right? They just drifted off the road. And here's what Jay-Z says. He said, Jay-Z was reportedly especially close to his nephews and once said, I carry my nephews like sons always have, and they have filled that void for me. Jay-Z, why ain't you got no kids, Jay-Z? You know that Beyonce baby ain't yours. We know that. There ain't no way, man. Jay-Z, boy, your features are too ugly for your kids not to come out as ugly as you. There's just no way. If I ever seen Blue Ivy Carver, like, that's not your baby, boy. That baby's is not ugly, man. You know what I'm saying? You see my son, he look like me. He got my big old eyes and my big head. My daughter look like me. Big eyes, big head, and she be doing that random stuff I be doing. Jay-Z, your kids will have them big, ugly, old, them camel lips. They ain't got a huge nose. They ain't got none of that. They ain't your kids, man. Now it says here, according to the sources, the car the pair were traveling swerved the road into oncoming tractor, crashing head onto a tractor. I already read this. After the collision, the vehicle struck a telephone pole which carried 300 feet through the air, okay? This vehicle was a Chrysler 300. Y'all see the 300 right there? And he had bought it for a graduation gift for his 18-year-old Khalik, okay? So Khalik was turning 18 years old when he got in this car. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. So now let's do the comparison with the two. Queen Latifah's brother died on a motorcycle that she bought for him 3 days after she just rode for him. And he was rolling with him. And he was 23 years old at the time. Okay, I know one article said 24, another article said 23. Either way, you got your sixes. Same thing with Jay-Z's nephew. He buys him a car for his 18th birthday, a Chrysler 300. The car ends up getting hit in the field and goes 300 feet, 333. And he died at 18 years old. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. And it's funny that you see both of them in a picture together around the 90s, early 90s area, okay? And they both seem to have a situation where they bought a relative a vehicle, and that relative died in the vehicle that they bought them. That is a rare situation, a rare occasion where two people can both say, hey, this has happened to us. Now, let's do the gematria on their death dates. This right here is Mr. Khalik right here. And the first person we're going to do the gematria on is Mr. Owens Jr. He died April 26, 1992, okay? When you add that up, you actually get 33. Where do we get our 33 from? With Jay-Z's brothers, the two 300s. You got 300 feet, Chrysler 300, 33, okay? All right, now let's move on to Mr. Khalik's, Jay-Z's nephew, and let's add up his death date. Now, he passed on June 28th, 2005. June, 6th month of the year, okay? Now, let's add up his death date. When you add June 28, 2005 in numerology, you get 23. 2 times 3 is 6, all right? Queen Latifah's brother died at 23 years old, okay? Y'all seeing that connection there? Right there, you know, some reports say 24, but around that sweet spot still. 33, 6. 23, 6. So what's the chances of Jay-Z and Queen Latifah knowing each other, both having relatives pass in vehicles or, we'll say vehicles that they bought for them. You know, one's a motorcycle, one's a car. And both of their death dates add out and equal out to 6 in the end. You know what I'm saying? Or some type of 6 around it. You know what I mean? What's the chances of that happening? And they're both cool and all that. And it's not the first time I've seen Jay-Z in this scenario. I did a video on Jay-Z with Floyd Mayweather and P. Diddy, and all three of those guys both have lost women who are either their baby mothers or their ex-wives or just a side piece. They both lost women in very strange ways. So this is a time where Jay-Z has something in common with somebody else where the sacrifice is very similar. So when Jay-Z sacrifices mistress, it's very similar to Floyd Mayweather's and Diddy's because those women all pass, you know, with strange, you know, a lot of red flags coming up. And then we have Jay-Z and Queen Latifah, who both have a very similar situation. So Jay-Z's been doing a lot of sacrificing, if people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z be getting people out of here, you know. A lot of people want to argue and say when he killed his mistress off, that, hey, he was just trying to say he faced his business, but he probably killed 2 birds with 1 stone. You know, you never know how these people are moving it sometimes. But I do believe that this connection that I found is very interesting. I do believe that they both gave him up on the chopping block. I think it's weird that, you know, you get 2 celebrities that both lose somebody and it's in a vehicle that they bought for them. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all both got a picture together. You know, it's rare that happens. It's rare. I would hate it that if I bought somebody a vehicle, they passed in it, and then you bought somebody a vehicle, they passed in it. You know, it would just hurt my soul. Like, dang, this happened. Did that happen to you too? It's really rare we see that happens in our day-to-day lives. Like, that's like a lottery ticket type of thing. Okay, and we see that normal into the celebrity world. I'm pretty sure if I dug up more stories, there'd be more stories like this similar. And the celebrity world is very evil. Hollywood is very evil. The entertainment industry is very, very evil, sick, and sadistic. All right, it's twisted. There's a lot of devil worshippers in Hollywood. That's why I had that clip playing before at least majority of my videos as of late. I know I missed to put it in a few of them. But in most of my videos, I try to have that clip in there so I can set this standard. Now, I will have my top Illuminati Sacrifices, the Brother Edition, come out. I'm still working on it. I think I just added Max Kellerman to it because his brother passed. Come to find out Max Kellerman is a Jew, baby. But it's going to have, y'all can pretty much guess it, you know what I'm saying? We all wait for the video to come out on that one. I really just want to do this one separately because I wanted the connection. And Jay-Z didn't lose a brother, he lost a nephew. but I think it's a really close, great connection that I found. Shouts out to the Hood Illuminati, man. Shouts out to the DMTV family. Thanks for everybody supporting the boy, man. Keep it rolling, keep it rocking. Let me know what else y'all want me to blog on in the comment section. Any of the videos y'all want. I will try my best to get around to them. If you don't want to wait around, you know what I'm saying? You want to hire me to take somebody down, hit my Cash App, and I will expose your celebrity. I am a detective for hire, okay? Private investigator on the Illuminati. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe, man. It's your boy, McClain. I'm out.
Pardon me if I forget help with all these questions.